Hello everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Barbie's Sparkling Ice Show. Now if that's not the most magical thing to play this summer, then I don't know what is. Made by Chrome Studios, as per usual, considering they've made every Barbie game in existence. And let's watch this fascinating intro, where Barbie skates like her life depends on it, through various environments and such likes. And if anyone's ever wanted to go ice skating on a beach, then obviously this is gonna be the game for them. Which is going to involve a lot of spinning, a lot of ice skating, presumably, considering the name sort of implies it. And such forth. I don't even remember how I found this game, it just sort of appeared in my life. Oh, and apparently we're going skating in the sky. Because that's obviously what you're gonna do if you're Barbie. And then zoom in oddly close on her face.
Hi, I'm Barbie.
It's Barbie.
Welcome to our Sparkling Ice Show.
It's our Sparkling Ice Show.
Christy, Teresa, and me create and practice routines so we can put on sparkling ice shows in the world's most amazing ice skating rinks.
Well,
the Sparkling Ice Tour is about to begin.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's begin the Sparkling Ice Show. Let's skate.
Ready to start our Let's skate.
Let's skate.
Let's practice for our big show. The buttons on the left side of the screen let you pick a skater, skating style, and routine. Click on any of these buttons.
Yep. So we're gonna play as Christy because I don't feel like she's gotten enough attention in the previous Barbie games, and any excuse not to play as Barbie is probably a good one.
We can choose a skating style.
We could probably play an expert. I've played for about 1 minute before stopping and starting the recording. This is apparently hard mode. You actually have to press buttons. And our routine is going to be City Girl Twirl, Sweet Lemon, Glimmering Lights. Well, that sounds the most sparkle of them all, so obviously this is the one to go as. I wonder how many times they're going to reuse Let's Skate. So we got a little meteorite to the right of our little skater, and that shows the speed we're gonna have to be going with on this magical skating adventure. And then at the snowflakes, we press spacebar to do some good skating tricks, as are often seen in the ice skating world. This is one of the famous tricks. It's called the one-legged don't fall down. And afterwards we increase our speed to do the most dangerous of ice skating tricks possible, which is the spin around for an unusually large period of time in the same location.
You did it. Often
in such ice skating events, you will see them do this at a high speed, but Sophie, or whatever her name is, doesn't feel like this is necessary, and instead just does it as slow as possible. But we must use the speeds that are shown on the floor, and maybe do some more of the spinning, because if my right leg was on fire, I'd probably try to spin on ice as well, to put it out. Because as obviously seen in this picture, it works quite well. And now we can go back to our little purple Speedington, which is quite slow. But it's the only way we can do the one-legged don't fall down. Without the one-legged don't fall down, we're not going to do anything.
We made some incredible spins in that routine.
We did indeed. If those weren't incredible spins, then I don't know what they were. One might argue that only half of the things were spins, but sure.
Now we can put on a sparkling ice show in the International City Park. Use the buttons on the left to choose a beautiful costume, fun skating style, pretty ice color, cool decoration.
You can choose the ice color?
Perfect music for our show.
Huh, well.
Click any of these buttons, then make your selection from the choices at the bottom of the screen.
Alright, we're gonna pick, we can pick between pudding, or cake I suppose, pink, French,
that's such a pretty outfit.
That, and Miss America, or Miss New Zealand I suppose, judging from that outfit. I think we're going skating French.
We can choose a
this has already been chosen.
Wow, look at all the...
We can actually choose the color of the ice, look at that. Well, to be fair, there's not many choices which look like ice, but you know, it's nice that they let us choose the colors of the various ice rinks. And I think this is obviously the one that best goes with our outfit.
Ice color. Click Click on a decoration at the bottom of the screen.
Alright.
It'll be added
Do
to
we
the
want
list.
the
To
Eiffel
move around
Tower,
the screen,
the Statue of Liberty, the Big Ben,
that's cute.
or the what's it called McThingy thing, of which I have forgotten the name. Also, my cursor has a lot of snow coming out of it, which I find pretty exciting. Well, I can't remember the name of this thing, so obviously this is not gonna be it. The Big Ben appears to have stopped moving, so that's probably not great. The Statue of Liberty, well, we are representing New Zealand and France, and this is the most French thing. As you all know, you can see the Eiffel Tower from any point in France.
Ice color.
And
Let's
what
pick
kind
the
of music?
perfect tune for our show.
Right now we're going ultra French, but let's see what else there is. That doesn't sound very French at all. Nope, 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 no. Okay, we're going extreme French skating time. We probably should have picked a routine, but let's be honest. There's not gonna be a major difference. Besides, there's probably still a lot to do. Also, I like the donuts on the side of the screen there. It really shows off donuts.
You're a fantastic skater.
We're a fantastic skater. That's all you need to know. All we need to worry about is that we don't fall down, which I'm pretty sure is impossible to do, but still pretty important not to fall down, because if you fall down while ice skating professionally, people generally don't appreciate it, and then you have to choose a different lifestyle, like taking care of horses. But the good thing would be that your right leg wouldn't catch fire so much, which is a common problem in the ice skating world, which is why they spin around so much. It's not always obvious when you watch ice skating on the television, where they might seemingly spin around for no reason, but no, they are actually on fire. It is actually part of the audience job to make sure to only set a particular foot on fire. The audience gets to choose which foot is going to be set on fire, and the show becomes more interesting by letting the skater, well, basically seeing how the skater handles with having their foot set on fire at random points in time. Usually, they go safe and just use the spinning techniques. Others decide to go for the one-legged don't fall down.
That was a wonderful performance.
But in the end,
The International City Park was a great place to skate.
everyone's gonna throw flowers at you anyway. So it doesn't matter, as long as you don't burn.
Great
Oh, that's
job.
good.
We just opened up the exhibition area. In the exhibition area, we can return to any place we've already visited. We can go to the next place on the tour by clicking on the Misty Mountain poster, or return to the International City Park for an encore performance by clicking on the exhibition poster.
That sounds like everything I don't want to do. I think I'd rather go
Misty Mountain.
far over the
Let's
Misty Mountains
skate.
old.
Let's practice our routine so we can have a
We're going with Teresa.
Choose a skating
I'm glad we
style.
get to practice each time before we do it,
Let's choose a routine.
because otherwise we might forget.
Enchanted Winterland.
Oh, Enchanted Winterland. We actually have different routines. So we got this thing, which seems to revolve around spinning, dancing, and whatever this thing is.
Ice dreams.
This seems to
Enchanted
virtually be the same,
Ice dreams.
aside from like one or two
Ice
things.
dreams. Snowman
And
skates.
this one, they're basically all the same.
Ice dreams.
I'm pretty sure they all just do the exact same moves, but in different orders.
Snowman skate. Ice dreams.
Well, we're going with
Enchanted Winterland.
Enchanted Winterlands
Continue.
because it's obviously, again, the most
Style.
magical.
Let's skate.
And we gotta make sure we're magic enough. So let's start up our speeds. Would be good if the speed was a little bit quicker this time around, but when the fire starts, you need to adjust yourself for the necessities. Alright, we got some different spins going on. We can drive backwards.
Fantastic.
And even Barbie says it's fantastic what we're doing, so all in all, pretty good day. Oh, we're going in the green, but alas, we still get to see the overly long spinning in circles forever. But again, Barbie is a fashionista when it comes to fire, and knows how to handle herself in situations such as these. And Teresa fortunately does as well.
Nice trick.
That was not a trick. I refuse to call that anything but just an accident. But sure, we didn't fall down, so let's call it a trick instead. Oh man. I briefly thought we were actually gonna keep moving while we spin around, but no. No, we're just gonna stand still and do some more of that This is not the most exciting game I've played so far, like today. Not just in general, just today. Although that was pretty impressive. I don't really know how that's even physically possible, but sure. The physics in this game are very precise to humans. This is the well-known trick of trying to scratch your leg, but then your leg runs away.
We finished our practice skate.
For it didn't want to be scratched in the end. So we bow to the invisible audience. The invisible audience being us. Wave to the side.
Get ready for a spectacular show in the Misty Mountains.
Alright, I'm gonna base everything on the music we can choose. So right now, we got this, which is a questionable decision at best. This sounds incredibly Christmassy. Yes! Okay, cool. We got ourselves a song to choose. Oh, look at these decorations. We got snowman, stuffed bear, stuffed moose, stuffed deer. Alright, we're going for snowman. The snowman is strong. Alright, we're going with something icy. Icy colors are also known as orange. Skating style. We already picked one. Alright, and obviously...
That's a great costume.
This is a difficult choice. This is the most icy one, but this one's red. So we're going with fancy. Considering we're going with fancy pants music, we're going with the fancy pants outfit. This is really unpleasant to look at. I didn't expect the colors to make this much of a difference, but this is quite a contrast actually. So note to self, don't jokingly pick silly colors for your ice skating rink, because obviously it might not make a lot of sense in the end. And we are going for realism here. Look at the size of that snowman though. I didn't really pay attention to it when I put it down, but the snowman's about as big as that house. That thing's way bigger than me. Who made that? I want that person to make ice like snowmen for me. That is very impressive. I am just much more impressed with this game than I was previously. Now they've turned the tides. I mean, there's just a tiny snowman over there, but then you turn around and boom! You are going towards a snowman monster that everyone's been fearing, but at the same time been appreciating a lot, because that is a very large snowman. I like how the audience is just frozen as well. But granted, it is quite cold in here, considering we are in the Misty Mountains, where cold things do tend to happen every now and then. I am kind of happy we got to choose this song though. I quite like this song. Me being, of course, well known in ice skating and this particular song in general. Very good.
The audience loved us. Congratulations on a beautiful show in the Misty Mountains.
And while the audience may not have been able to move, they fortunately have cannons on the outsides where they shoot flowers from.
Ready for our next stop.
I don't even care.
Island Paradise.
Island Paradise. Let's skate.
Got to practice our routine.
Alright, let's go with Barbie at least once, so we've chosen all the characters. I keep clicking on that one. Alright, what are they called?
Seaside Glide.
Seaside Glide, that sounds great.
Tropical Twist.
Coral
Coral Lagoon.
Coral Lagoon.
Tropical Twist.
Well,
Seaside Glide.
when in doubt, go with the one that sounds most like a track from Mario Kart, which is Coral Lagoon. And it appears that immediately at the start, we're probably just going to straight up fall down. So, if that's not a good routine, then I don't know what is. Thanks for telling me about the speed meter for the third time. I wasn't sure. And, yeah, you know, one of those rare instances where you get to skate around on an island.
Fantastic.
That is the infamous skating technique known as tying your shoelaces while skating. It was banned
Nice trick.
after several tournaments of people just falling down because their skates kept falling off. It was not a very well designed trick. Fortunately, the spinning around is in many forms, and this is just one of the various ways you can stop the fire from burning yourself. The audience look exactly the same. It looks like after being frozen in the Misty Mountains, they have been sent to this island paradise to thaw, to no longer be frozen in time. Unfortunately, this island is in fact so cold that ice can just naturally appear outside. So maybe all in all wasn't the best decision when it comes to location. Thanks for telling me about green speeds.
You did it.
Yeah, we did. I like how you said you did it when you're the one skating, Barbie, but I won't question your decisions. Sometimes it's a good thing to talk about yourself in the third person, especially when you're a figment of everyone's imagination, which is pretty much what Barbie has become. She has just become such a vivid figment of everyone's imagination that everyone can see her simultaneously. And that is how Barbie was born.
We made some incredible spins in that routine.
Yeah, we did. The spins were what made that routine good. Look at Therese in the background going, yeah, that's some good spins. And
now
I agree.
That we're warmed up, let's put on a show in Island Paradise.
I'm already
Let's pick
against
out
this
some
music.
fun music to put in our show.
What else is there? Something out of Wave Race. And Hawaii, the song. So this is kind of a tricky one. On the one hand, actually no, it's not tricky at all. I'm going for Wave Race.
Color. Let's add some decorations.
Because we're on an island and I want to play Mario Kart rather than play this, so let's be honest.
Cool
So we can add a small tree, a totem pole. That's right. Is that coral reef? I don't know.
How sweet.
Or a sandcastle. Let's go with sandcastle. I was absolutely not disappointed last time
Wow, look at all
when
the different
we
ice
chose
colors.
the thingy thing. What's it called? Majiggles.
Decorations.
Snowman. That's the one I was talking about. When I chose the snowman, I was absolutely not disappointed. So let's choose the sandcastle. I really
Music.
despise this
Let's
song.
pick
Let's go with typical Hawaii.
Decoration. Let's choose a pretty
Alright.
ice color for
Yes, I
skating
appreciate
style.
this more
These
than you would
tropical
imagine.
Costumes will be just right.
Tropical.
This is perfect.
Okay. Let's just go with
That dress is perfect.
Ultimate Hawaii.
Continue.
That's what I'm
Let's
gonna call it.
skate.
We are going with Ultimate Hawaii costume on our way to victory. With Ultimate Hawaii music, doing the things people do on ice in Hawaii. Which is that. Tying
Fantastic.
shoelaces, nearly falling down, spinning, and all in all not pressing too many buttons because that would make this too much of a video game.
Great job.
And we wouldn't want that. We wouldn't want that at all. That would be against what we are for when it comes to games like this. Which is setting out fires and winning. And so far,
You did it.
we've mostly set out fires, haven't really won a lot, but we are on an island paradise. So all in all, we don't got much to complain, now do we? All in all, we should be happy with the progress we have made
Fantastic.
today when it comes to ice skating on an island. Especially since in the distance, you can just see a whole bunch of seawater and stuff.
Fantastic.
And in the further distance, you can see really, really ugly looking mountains. And I haven't really paid attention to
You're
where the
so
sandcastle is. Where's the
graceful.
sandcastle at? Where is the sandcastle? I genuinely can't see it. I want to see my sandcastle. Are we seriously not just... Are you not gonna see the sandcastle? Because that would be really sad. Oh, there it is! By a sandcastle. Well, the snowman was considerably more impressive than the sandcastle. I think the person who made the snowman
The ice with our skating.
probably should have made the
Congratulations on a
sandcastle as well.
Spectacular show in Island Paradise.
And Barbie is very impressed with herself ice skating ferociously.
I can't wait to visit the next place on the tour.
Me
The
too.
lovely Rose Garden.
The lovely rose
Let's
garden.
skate.
Let's skate.
Sorry.
You...
Chris, choose a skating style.
I keep clicking the
Let's
wrong
choose
one.
a routine.
Routines.
Roses, roses, roses.
That is the worst name anyone has ever made.
Sweet swirl.
Okay, never mind.
Blooming blossoms.
Sure.
Continue.
This is the most Powerpuff Girl name they can choose, so we don't really have a choice now, do we? And like Barbie said, let's skate. This is not much of a rose garden so much as it is
That
just
was awesome.
sort of a mountainous terrain. But finally we get to go into orange speeds, which is pretty much the speed of light. And it also makes it basically impossible to look at the actual garden itself. So all in all, we're gonna have to do a lot of focusing on the tricks we do. That is actually pretty impressive looking.
Fantastic.
I would not be able to do that on ice. And these audience members, I feel like they probably will never unfreeze. They will just continuously stand there. That one will always have his hands, or her hand, up in the sky. And the other ones will just all sort of sit there contemplating whether or not ice skating was a good decision on their behalf when it came to not being frozen. When obviously, it may not have been the best choice in the end. We're just gonna skate in circles. Press the space bar every now and then. Ooh, spin around, defy gravity. And do things that probably not a single professional skater would be able to do. Because gravity, unfortunately, doesn't work that way in our realm of existence. But, you know, we shouldn't just dismiss a game based on its gravity. We should always look at the things you can do, like spin around midair. If that animation went on for like 3 more seconds, I would be so okay with that. Like if we just spin and somehow manage to turn around as well, I would be very impressed with this game. But unfortunately, that's not the case. We're just going too quickly for that. And when you're going too fast, you can't levitate. Everyone knows levitation can only be done at certain speeds. Also, there really is no difference between the practice routine and the eventual one, except that we keep changing the music.
Get ready to put on a lovely rose garden show.
This is the most stereotypically German outfit I've ever seen, and I'm pretty okay with that. Alright.
Wow, look at all the
we need this one. We need the pank.
skating style.
We need that.
Let's add some decorations.
We need
Cool decorations.
some trees that look like they were made in 1998, which they might be. I'm not actually sure how old this game is, but suffice to say it's pretty old. We can add a well. A wheelbarrow? I was gonna say wheelbarrow, but then it does, well, whatever.
Cool decoration.
And an arch. No, this is hard. I think I'm going with this one because it has the most flowers and you can walk underneath it. And that's something you can't really do. Although I'd like the well. I like wells, especially wells that have flowers growing on them.
Color,
cool.
style.
Music, so far you're doing pretty good. No. Yes.
Costume,
Okay, we got our outfit that matches the song. I don't even want to see the other outfits. Because this song matches this outfit so perfectly that I really have no choice but to pick this one. It's too exciting.
You did it.
Too good to match. Everything else is insufficient for my needs of ice skating. And she's even dancing along to the music. Like alongside the beat with a little dance. Like this, the other songs were not made for this. This is the song that was especially made for this particular occasion in life. And all in all, I'm pretty happy to witness it. So very happy. I mean, listen to those drums. Them the finest drums I've ever heard, if you ask me.
You're so graceful.
And I'm so graceful, you have no idea. Actually, you do, because you can see me. You can see me in all my grace. Pressing spacebar every now and again.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Oh, truly. I have never had an experience such as revitalizing as this one. And I feel like a new woman. As I skate through the lands, various lands, and while they have very different backdrops, the routines we perform are all very, very similar. Although, considerably more tricky to perform, I suppose, if you were an actual human being. But these are dolls, and they're probably a bunch of strings attached to their hands to make it possible for them to spin around in the air so much. And jump so gracefully, as she did over there. Now, one thing we haven't really shown off is when you fail, which happens when you just don't perform all the tricks, I suppose. But it's not very interesting.
On a performance that deserves many roses. We did it.
The main difference is that you would basically just have to do it again. Also, it's not very nice of the audience to just take a bunch of roses from the rose garden and then just throw them at the ice rink. People generally don't appreciate that. Skating in the sky. Apparently we really are going to the sky. Alright, so yeah, okay. Since this is most likely the last one, we should probably pick the main character of the Barbie franchise, which is Teresa. And what routines are available? Oh man!
Click the arrow buttons to scroll through all the tricks.
Well, if that's not exciting, then I don't know what it... Oh, never mind. We only have 3 choices per thing. Can we choose the exact same tricks every single time, actually? Nope. So, you could choose your own routine, but not really. They don't really have any real... They don't think I can do this, is how I'm feeling about this particular instance. So let's do as many different looking ones as possible. Shouldn't be too hard. These all look the same as the previous ones. These look like Barbie's just kicking a bunch of people, which is not very nice. It's not very well appreciated, I feel. And this almost all look like things that we've done at this point, but sure, why not? And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. And we're gonna call it Peachy Sky Wonderland Turbo. That is gonna be the name of our routine. Everyone's gonna be so happy. We are actually in clouds, and there's a large statue in the background of someone posing ferociously. Which is actually a common occurrence when you're ice skating in the sky. The audience seems to have gone. Even the audience can't keep up with Barbie and her ridiculous adventures. They couldn't actually go to the sky, as it would seem. And therefore, we're just doing this for ourselves. But, to be fair, if I had the option to ice skate in the sky, I probably wouldn't say no either.
We really sparkle.
We really sparkle. That's always words that I like to hear when I'm ice skating. We really sparkle. Truly never before has ice skating been seen in video game form. Unlike this one. This one is setting new boundaries for the ice skating world. And come to think of it, I genuinely can't remember a single game that has like figure skating in it at all. So, all in all, there probably are ones, but I don't remember them on account that I'm not big into ice skating, as one might expect, considering I've been calling it ice skating the entire time, considering... I'm just saying considering a lot, but I've been calling it ice skating the entire time when it's obviously figure skating. And I'm sure that there's at least 4 people who tore out all their hairs from irritation on my wrongness when it comes to the terminology that I've been using throughout this entire video. And I'm very sorry.
Fantastic.
But to be fair, I've never seen anyone's legs catch fire during a real figure skating routine. But perhaps I just haven't watched enough. Perhaps during certain routines, this is just simply what happens. It's just one of those pyrotechnical effects that people add to their routine to make it more spicy. But it's something I've not seen before. I've mostly seen them spin. That's the primary thing I know about figure skating, is that spinning is very, very important. Other than that, you just need to add more spins. Like, right there, this is at least worth 500 points on a scale from 1 to 1,000. And if you just do like 14 of those, if you just make your routine like 2 hours long and just spin the entire time, I think you'll get a fair amount of points. But no one's taking advantage of that. So maybe if I join the figure skating club, I'll be able to start my own routine that lasts so long that no one else will have a chance to do their routine, and I'll win by default. That's how I do figure skating.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We finished our practice skate.
Darn tootin' we did. Now we're ready for the big show in the sky that we're gonna show God. He's gonna love our ice skating routine.
Our skating in the sky show will be great with this amazing...
Yeah, it will.
Wow, look at all the different
Alright.
ice colors.
This, let's see. This is probably the most sky-like...
Decorations.
What decorations
Let's add
do
some
you add here?
decorations.
A pot of
Cool
gold
decorations.
at the end of a rainbow. A harp, which is about 12 times the size of said pot of gold. Ruins.
Cool
And a...
decorations.
Well, I was gonna say Pegasus, but it's more just a horse with wings, isn't it? That's very different, you see. I like the music, though. Well, we all know that rainbows end in the sky, and skies have a lot of pot of golds, but at the same time, horses. We haven't had enough
Skating
horses.
style. Choose one of the dreamy costumes.
Alright, one of the dreamy costumes. We're gonna blend in with the sky so no one's gonna see our routine, but at the same time be very impressed by it.
Let's choose some music.
And what music do we have? We have nice music. No. Very no. Okay.
Continue. Let's skate.
Out of all three choices, we really didn't have a choice. This is really the only option we had, but I'm okay with that. As long as you have one good option, it's probably for the best that it sounds very much like Bomberman music.
Fantastic.
And that's kind of what we're going for in this game. Bomberman. Obviously, the two are very interchangeable when it comes to content. It's a very well-known fact that all the Bomberman games were based on ice and figure skating.
You're a fantastic skater.
Plus, this music just sounds very heavenly. And that's all that really matters when it comes to ice skating games. You gotta be serene. You gotta be good. You gotta be nice to the sky world. And you gotta be pure like a pixie.
You're a fantastic
And that is exactly
skater.
what we are. We are the purest of all. The purest of all ice skaters. And soon, we can finally stop.
Fantastic.
And we'll all be very happy about it. But all in all, I felt like this entire experience helped me grow as a person. I learned a lot about figure skating. I learned a lot about physics. I learned a lot about gravity. And all in all, I learned a lot about where figure skaters go after their routine. The best of all figure skaters end up in the sky, where they show their routine to the sky gods, Thor and such. Zeus is currently looking at our routine, and everyone's like, yep, I can see why Barbie thinks you're a fantastic skater, because with the routine like that, whatever it was called, I don't remember. It's been more than a minute ago that I thought up of the name, so I don't remember these things. But whatever that routine was called, it was worth at least 4 gods. At least. So all in all, it's been a pretty good day for figure skating. And may the future hold even more of this. Because you just can't get enough of that right there. Fantastic, Barbie says. Would you really argue with someone called Barbie? No, you wouldn't. That's not something you would do. Teresa knows what she's doing. She's spinning around a lot. It may seem like she's doing the same moves repeatedly, but no. There's subtle differences. If you can't see the subtle differences, then you're just a cultural disaster. But it's fine. You learn about these things. You may start off, well, let's be honest. Whenever pretty much anyone starts off with anything, you're gonna start off as a disaster. And then slowly work your way up to not disaster, less disastrous, kinda okay, reasonable, like, you know, there's a lot of levels you have to climb before you can truly call yourself the Barbie of figure skating. But until you get to that point, it's gonna be a long journey, but in the end, people will appreciate you for it. Because how many people take up figure skating? There's really not that many. Like, can you really say I know someone who's into figure skating and actually does it? Because I personally don't know anyone who does it.
Perfectly magical ice skating show in the sky.
And you can see that if you do take the time and effort to become a figure skater, you'll be sent to the skies.
It was a fantastic ice skating tour. We can continue the fun by creating new exhibition shows in all of the wonderful places we visited.
We're not going to do that. Alright, let's click on that because I'm kind of curious what this actually does.
We've made it through
Alright,
any of the places
so you can
we
choose
want.
different
I love
backdrops
skating
and
in the
stuff.
sun. Click on a
You can choose to add the big bend to everything. Oh, this is kind of neat. Yeah, I always wanted a big bend in the sky.
Music. Let's choose
So that's
a
pretty neat.
Let's choose a routine.
And I guess you can choose all the music as well. Yeah, we can. Look at that. Look at how organized that is.
Help.
So all in all,
Return to the main menu. That was a
fantastic
tour.
ice skating tour indeed.
If you've played before,
Let's get out of
sure
here.
you want to leave.
All in all,
Wait to put on another sparkling ice show. Come back and skate with us soon.
we're never gonna come back to that. But let's be honest. There's been worse Barbie games. There's been better Barbie games. There's been better Barbie games. But all in all, it was a pretty magical adventure. And Kevin Price did a good job of being the 3D artist, along with Debbie Kim. And it helped me grow as a person, and we're never going back to this game ever again. It was very short. there really wasn't much to do. You mostly just press spacebar and watch her spin around. But if you are a person who's into spinning, then this might be the game for you. There's not that many games that have spinning in it, so it would be sad if you missed out on this experience where you could spin. But now you've seen it, and now you know what it's like to watch Barbie, Teresa, and Christy, I believe her name was, spin around. I'm not sure why her name is, like what her name is, because really only Barbie and Teresa ever show up, and Christy is sorta just in the background. So that's why we decided to play as her a couple times. She got her time in the spotlight, and everyone's happy. And this is the end of the credits, so my video ends here too. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye bye.